Hey guys, JSMFX here with another session of analysis and also taking you through the journey that we could be anticipating this year of 2025. This is my first analysis of the year, and I'm hoping that we'll be sharing some very important points, and hoping also you take some value from the points that I'll be giving out. So I'm going to shout out on a couple of pairs, that is the dollar pairs and also the yen pairs, and also a little bit of gold and maybe Bitcoin. Okay, that is what I'll be sharing. So I want to start off with the GBP USD. Run through the analysis of GBP USD. So nothing much to see from the daily, because if you have done SMC, then you'll understand that from the higher time frame we only identify the trend when it comes to, let's say, higher time frames like the daily. So in this case, I have my high here, which was broken to the low, then broke again to the high, and right now it's trying to do that pullback, which now this pullback could be coming to some discount area here. So if you check very closely when I zoom in, we find that this POI here has been mitigated according to the way they has panned out and also started off, and also the December how it has been. So I'm very much interested into seeing what the price will do from here. So if I'm going to expect a change of trend, then this is what I'll be expecting to see. That is, after the mitigation of this POI, I'll be expecting this change of character, or this high to be taken out, maybe come to this POI here where I've drawn my purple box or order block, then maybe come to the downside somewhere there and then continue to the upside. So that is my anticipation on the daily. Okay, but let's not forget that price can do whatever it feels like doing, and yes, we could be having some fresh say demands here that have not been met, like this one that has been met, yes, but we have this kind of like a doji just below here. Price could also come down there, because as you can see, price didn't actually touch or mitigate that area, so maybe we could be coming down to that area before we go up. So my hope is that this bounce will happen and will change the trend or direction. Going on to the 4-hour, here is where now we see, or maybe check on if the bias will be met. And as you can see now, the structure is very, very simple. Had a high here, then a higher high, but the trend changed here when this low was broken, and as you can see, we've been having now lower highs and lower lows, lower high, and this is the lower low. From now, this lower low, we can see very clearly that we are now playing in between this high and this low. So if I take my fib, trade from the high to the low, we can see that price could be coming to this area. Okay, so first and foremost, we have this whole range, okay, like that, and also inside that range we supposed to check or look at areas where maybe has not been mitigated. So those areas for me are this number one, and also this week number two, but I'm not really interested into that, because if it comes all the way up to there, then maybe we could be going on and continue the change of direction just as anticipated on the daily. So my bias for next week is maybe could see some reaction or continuation of this uptrend, maybe to this part, and then see how price will react from this point, and maybe come and take out this loss or this trend line that is being orchestrated or made or planned from this point, and maybe later on after price comes here, do the change of character and the return, and then we continue to the downside, because that is the original trend. Okay, so if we see this daily bias happening, okay, that means we have the forward change of character in the daily, then we will anticipate the continuation to the upside or the change of direction. The continuation to the downside now is when now I'll be expecting some strong reaction from this POI, then price will continue to the downside. So going on to the 15 minute, now there's nothing much to see on the 15 minute because it's all kind of confusing for me, because if you look very closely, I had this high. Let me try and delete this one. Had this high, this low got broken, so now I'm playing in between this high and this low for me. So what I'll be anticipating is maybe some little bit of bounces. Let me try and zoom in. Some little bit of bounces, okay, bounces, a little bit of bounces like that as you continue to the downside or something like that. So that is what I'll be expecting from that point, and wanting to see if that reaction will continue. But for now, what I'm interested on or in is this POI. Okay, this POI that I just drew. As you can see, all these others were touched, but this POI is the one that had not been touched. So possibly also we could be seeing something like this and then continue to the upside, maybe to mitigate these areas. If they don't mitigate these areas, then after mitigating those areas, maybe coming down again to other areas of demand here and then continue to the upside. So that is my anticipation coming in next week of 6th to 10th of January 2025. So that is my analysis for GBP USD. Let's go to Euro USD and see what we have. Okay, so Euro USD. Also, this low has been broken and we are facing that downward move. We could possibly also be changing or reversing from this point just to counter some little bit of pullbacks after this break of structure, but we will wait to see on how that will unfold when the week of 6th to 10th will come on from next week. Today is the 5th, by the way. So that's the daily time frame structure, and as you can see, my low has been broken here. And right now I'll be expecting, if this high gets taken out, then I'll be having a change of character and also signaling that we'll be changing the direction to the upside and maybe do some little bit of pullbacks. So 4 hour, we'll be up to 4 hour. For me, this low has been broken. Okay, so now I'm playing between this high and this low. I can't validate this low right now because it is not that significant, that is not that deep, much deep of a move. Yes, it is 86 pips. I could put it down there, but yeah, I'm not really interested in leaving it there for now. So what I'll just wait is I want to see how next week will pan out, because if you check very closely, we have this corrective kind of pullback and could be doing something like this. Okay, then continue to the downside. But if you check also on the 4 hour, still on the 4 hour, you can see that we have this POI that I'll be interested to see how price will react, and also this one above, and wanting to see how that will turn out to be. So for now, I won't want to talk much about Euro USD because we are also on an uptrend from what we have seen in 15 minutes. So yes, so for now we've had a change of character. We've had a little bit of return, especially to this order block right here, or point of interest. So yes, so we'll be expecting some little bit of up moves, but before that happens, I'll be keen to waiting to see how Frankfurt, or rather the London session, open. For now, I'm really much interested in this POI right here, where I've just put my virtual entry. So I'll be expecting something like this, or rather price to come down here before continuing to the upside. So if that does happen, then I'll be interested. But if it does violate this point and go to the upside, come let's say to this 4-hour POI, then I think I lose interest in this setup, or rather this pending order, and also leave it at that. So that is what I'll be expecting to see on a Euro USD, and that is my anticipation. So let's go now to the yen pairs. So yen pairs, we start off with the USD JPY. Also another intriguing pair. I've really expressed some little bit of interest, or shown some little bit of interest on these yen pairs, because I've come to realize that the dollar pairs and the yen pairs, they kind of move in the same direction. That means the dollar pairs are always moving in the same direction, say the AU, EU, and GU. So I wanted to see on how that can turn out also on the yen pairs, that is the EU, EJ, GJ, and UJ. So that is what I wanted to check out, and also let you know about what I think on these pairs. So starting off with the USD JPY, as you can see, we have this break of structure. So right now I'm playing between this high and this low. Okay. So yeah, sorry about that. So now as you can see, price already pulled back. Price broke to the upside and then it has pulled back. So I'll be expecting some little bit of reaction maybe around this area, but I'm really not sure, because from how the price has shot up like that, we could be seeing some little bit of reconstruction and also continue to the upside, because if you look at the fib going in from the low to the high, we have already pulled back below the 50%, and also we reached the 61.8. so yeah, that can actually give us some more clues to tell us that we have no interest in going back down, unless now the fundamental data gives us a little bit or other kind of information. So for now, what I'll be expecting is, after this break of this high around here, after break of this high, I will set a bit of a pullback, maybe to this PO. Okay, so GJ. Okay, so GJ, this is the weekly. We've had the move to the upside, we've had a change of character here, and some little bit of pullback, but not extreme, because if you look at the lower time frames, we would be seeing or noticing that this POI has not been touched. So I won't want that to be, looked at right now, but let's focus on what we have. So what we have is we had this upward move. Okay, let me try and zoom out. Let's do this. Okay, so right now where we are is we had this upward move, higher low, then higher right now, and then higher low. So we could be seeing the break of structure to the upside, and maybe mitigate some little bit of extreme here, maybe before we continue to the downside, because after this change of character, price has not mitigated areas of extreme, but also price can do whatever it needs to do. So maybe if it does come here, we will be expecting this reaction to happen, according to me. So let's go to the daily and see how things are. So if you check the daily, for me, I am playing, actually I don't think that would be ideal. Let's start off with this high. Looks deeper for me, and this low, I think I'll just move it to this end, to that end. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is, for the daily, I'll be checking my structure to be between that high and this low. So price has moved, or rather pulled back to a very decent area of the premium side, and possibly, yes, we could be continuing to the upside to come and mitigate this area, or even this extreme, but I feel there was kind of like a flip zone around here, so maybe we could be expecting price to react from that point and then continue to the downside, yeah, because of this change of direction. So I don't want to anticipate much on this one, but that is the kind of situation that I'll be having on the daily of GBP USD, GBP JPY, sorry. So let's go over to 4 hour and see what we have in store. So I won't want to go through the whole price action from the back, so let's just start from here. So as you can see, we had this high, okay, and then this low was broken. I think that will be too far to explain that, so what I'll just do is I have this high drawn out. Okay, I'll have this high drawn out like that, and then we have this low that was broken to the downside. Okay, then I'll have this other low broken to the downside like that. Then I'll take this high and continue now to the downside. So we had a lower low here. Okay, because price did pull back here, then continue to the downside to break this structure just below, and then broke the structure to the upside. So when this high came and broke, violated now to the downside again, we changed the direction to that point. So yeah, so what I'll be anticipating is, after that low, I'll take this low, okay, and then I'll take this other low, sorry, and then I'll take this other low as my last low in the 4 hour. Then I'll take this high so as to signal the change of direction, and then this other high, I think this will be the deeper one, that will be more ideal for me. So this other high also, okay, let me see, yeah, like that, and then this high now. So right now I'll be splitting to play between that high and this low. I think that makes sense from that point. So I delete this one and move it out of the way. So if you check very closely, also just like the USD JPY, also here we've had a double bottom that has been created and also a double top. So any side of direction would be an impact to the rest, or maybe cause a move to the original direction. So what I'm trying to say is price has trapped traders on both airways. Okay, so we have a double bottom here, we have a double top here. So price with this pullback could be coming to react around these areas, starting off with this range, okay, and also this POI above here. So any of that could be a reaction point to continue, or pushing price to the downside. So if we're going to the downside, I'll be expecting price to at least come and mitigate this POI, which I'm seeing right here. And yeah, that is where I'll be expecting price to come to. But before that happens, let's go to the 15 minute and see what it has planned out for us. So 15 minutes, same range as the 4 hour, and as you can see, we had this trend line that was broken and price continued to the downside. So right now price is just trying to do some little bit of pullbacks. So we don't know when that pullback will end, okay, but what we can anticipate is the fact that we have some few POIs that were not mitigated. Starting off with this POI, I would love to see how much price will react from that point, and also this POI above here, nested inside the 4 hour POI. So that is what I'll be expecting for price to react from that point. So that is what I'll be expecting from the JPY. For now, I feel that this upward move to the upside or the uptrend is just inducing traders to enter and continue to buy. But what I'm anticipating is price to at least come down here, touch this unmitigated POI before continuing to the upside. So that is my expectation of GBP APY. And yeah, coming next week, hoping that will play out. So Euro, Japanese yen, if you look very closely, judging on from the weekly, we have had this high, this low and this high, and price is dancing inside that range. Okay, we've had a little bit of a break, kinda, which price is still ranging, and for my anticipation, I can say that after this change of character, price has not moved to some areas of interest that were left out. So I'll be expecting price to at least go back to the upside a little bit before continuing to the downside, because of the anticipated price change of direction. So let's go off to the daily and see if there's anything to check on. So from the daily, we've had this low being broken, we've had our change of character there. After this high also being broken to the upside, we've had a change of character which pushed price to the downside like that. Now we've not had a bullish change of character, but what we see is price went up, caused another high, then there was a change of character around here, which price did push, was pushed down. Okay, after this return to this kind of a flip zone around here. Okay, I hope you can see. Then price continued to the downside with lower lows and highs like that. So right around here is where now we see the mitigation of this demand, where now we've had change of characters, especially on the long time frames, and price change direction to the upside. So again, after this low broke to the high, we see change of character which price broke to the downside, and now where price or what is trying to do is maybe returning to this some kind of an extreme and then continue to the downside, maybe as anticipated. Also, we still have other areas of interest above here that were not touched, so I'll be expecting also price to continue to the upside to come and take out this high and also mitigate those areas of extreme that we have seen from the weekly, which price had not touched. So price can still choose to do what it wants to do, but for now that is my anticipation or bias of the Euro JPY. So going on to the 4-hour. Going on to the 4-hour, we can see very clearly that price did come to this PY right here, okay, and it changed direction from there. But if you look very closely, we did have a change of character, but price did pull back to this extreme. So that is why I'm saying that before we do that downward move, maybe we could be seeing something like this, maybe reaction from that point, come to these areas of demand that we would have left, then continue to the upside and maybe see reaction now from this POI later on. So that is what I'm expecting. Why am I saying that price could be pushed to the upside? Because of this week that we normally say in the SMC that with these long weeks there was a very high volume that was involved in this kind of price action. So that could signal for us that that could be a start of a change of direction to the upside, and also to facilitate the pullback, to mitigate some of the areas of interest that we have left off. So if we go to the 15 minutes, this is where now I want to explain something with a little bit of depth. You can see very clearly that this low is broken. There was a change of character around here. Okay, a little bit of somewhat pullback, but price continued to the downside. So this low got broken, this low got broken, and now for me, I'm playing between this high and this low. So if you look very closely on that long wick that was formed, you can see very clearly that we had a change of character. Let me try and draw that through. Had a change of character, then price pulled back, somewhat like call it a range, okay, then continue to the upside. So all these highs were made, but only was made so that they can come and take these lows to this POI that was left not fully mitigated, because they came back down here again after mitigating this area. So this is where now I took the trade. Actually, I took the trade here. Then left for it to run. Okay, so my stop loss is still down there. I know I'm running a very big risk of this double bottom, but still, with that liquidity panned out, I still believe that we are still going to the upside to mitigate this area of supply that is above there. So that is my anticipation. I'm still in this trade and I'm holding on to it. It will be a comfortable 3-hour trade if it does come to my TP. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because we still have liquidity here after price broke through. We didn't see any mitigation of price to any POI, so this could now be the mitigation. Okay, that would be the anticipation of my mitigation to those areas in the Euro JPY. So that is my anticipation. If we get to this point, then I'll be wanting to see how price will react from here and see if there will be potential sells, okay, to maybe any area of demand that will be left during this upward move, then maybe continue to the upside. But I'm still feeling that with the reaction from here could push price lower to the downside to continue breaking structure and continue with the trend. So that is my anticipation on the Euro JPY. Let's now finish off with the gold and Bitcoin and see if there will be any possible reactions. So XAU USD, aka gold. I don't want to explain so much in here. because my anticipation on this pair, especially on the 4-hour, it's very clear for me that we have this POI that has not mitigated, and also this kind of liquidity that has been formed. So what I can only say is, just like the way you've seen from the direction that I've just drawn, I'm expecting price to at least react either from this POI up here, okay, after the change of character, or maybe this flip zone before the change of character, this flip zone area before this change of character. I'll be expecting price to react from these two areas, okay, then continue to the downside or come now and take out this double bottom. Also, maybe price could be exchanging, or changing the direction from this point after this upward move to come and take out these guys and then continue to the upside. So that is what I'm expecting from the gold, and I don't want to talk much about it, because even if looking at the 15 minutes, I'm not seeing price mitigating any area of significance, but only making this double top here, okay, right here. So that could be another area of significance where I'll be expecting price to come and take them out. So this is what I'm thinking. Either price bounces off from this point and goes to the upside, or maybe those other ideas that I just had, or explained. That is what I'm expecting on the gold. So what is just happening right now is this downward move could continue, because there was a change of character around here. Okay, we didn't have the pullback to somewhat the extremes, but as you can see, price was pushed lower. So yes, so that could just explain for now that as much as it's trying to bounce off now from these areas of demand that were left, I'm expecting this one could be the strong demand that price could reach at and also react from. So that is what I'm expecting on the gold. Nothing much that I wanted us to see, because of late I've not been that much interested in this pair, but that is what I want to see on gold. These other POIs right here have been mitigated, except for this one and also down here. So that is what I'm expecting. If I'll be wanting to see price bouncing off, to maybe push to get it pushed to this point, maybe this extreme before the change of character, is what I'll be expecting for price to come to, and then continue to the downside. So something like that. But still, gold for me is unpredictable. So let's see how next week of 6th to 10th of January 2025 will turn out to be. Okay, so that is my anticipation on gold. For me, I'll just keep an eye on 4-hour. Okay, I'll keep an eye on 4-hour to see how it will pan out coming in next week, or maybe the month, on how it will be. Okay, so yeah, that is what I'm expecting on gold. So Bitcoin, I try and brush it off real quick. Okay, so the daily, we've had a kind of a break here, and we've also had a change of character right there. Okay, so right now where prices could be reacting from this point and then maybe continue to the downside, but I still have this POI extreme that had not been mitigated. So what I'll be expecting from this point is that after this change of character around here, and we have the return, price is now changing direction to the upside. So that signals for us that we are mitigating those areas, the void areas. Okay, say this area and also this area. So after coming into this POI of the daily, we could be seeing some reaction from there, a little bit of a break, maybe to mitigate this demand. Okay, then push price to the upside more, because as you can see, we are still on the uptrend to mitigate the extreme, because after the change of character, price had not moved to those areas. And also another clue is this double bottom. Again, another double bottom. So also that is another clue to show us that the price still wants to go to the downside. Okay, so yeah, that is what I'll be expecting on the Bitcoin, but for now I'm not that interested unless now you join me in my Telegram group. Then we'll be following them or following up on them very keenly and closely to see on how we could be expecting from these areas coming in next week. Okay, so that will be all for now. All I just want to say is, guys, be patient. Be patient when you're taking these trades. Be patient when you're waiting for your POI price to come to your POI and then execute. Okay, so don't be in a rush to do anything. Just like Euro JPY, as you can see, I was very patient when price came up right here. I was very much confident that it will bounce from this point, which it did. And yes, price went up and then came down, which actually gave me a little bit of a frantic feeling, but still I didn't lose hope, and I told myself, you know what, if my stop loss is here, my risk is intact, you know, I am ready to lose whatever I was planning to lose, then let that price come and take me out if it wants to. But I was very much confident because of this POI up here. I'm really very much confident, and also this liquidity, I'm very much confident that price will be pushed to the upside or higher to that point and give me that 3R as anticipated. So that is the advice I can give you for today, and up to next weekend we'll meet again and go through this analysis. If you want us to trade together, you can join me on the Telegram group. I'll leave the link in the description box below so that you can join in. It's free, and yeah, no monthly charges or no any fees whatsoever. So for now, I'll only pray or wish you well during this weekend and also the year. Happy New Year to everyone, and I'm hoping that you will be profitable and also make money this time, no bullshitting around. Okay, so God bless you guys and take care.